Time's up. Admiral.
Here it comes.
Fade in.
When it comes to fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have.
Well, we're talking about people who have serious sexual orientation and gender identity problems. And I'm not talking, and when I say sexual orientation, I don't mean, a dude who likes a dude and a chick who likes a chick. We're talking about people who think that they're non-binary and they don't know how to play with their holes and shit like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Look, I got no problem with the idea of punching me in the face with nostalgia penis. I get that. I understand this.
But we don't want Revan touched. No.
Agreed.
You don't want anything good touched.
No.
Agreed.
Yeah. Because Disney Star Wars is a bad touch.
It is a bad touch.
Touches you in the bad place.
It's a bad touch.
Show me on the doll where Disney Star Wars touched you.
I need a bigger doll.
Oh, God.
There's no doll left.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic Park didn't eat more out of Lilo's pie.
Oh,
Fuck.
You know what? There is a single reason why I wouldn't want to become a merman. I wouldn't have my penis anymore.
Yeah, you're here to bang women.
Oh my God, you're not gonna let me tell the story of cutting my penis off?
they're not making another Quiet Place, are they?
It's the fourth one because there was a prequel too.
Oh, well,
I saw all those movies and I hate them all.
Really? Even
Yes.
the first one?
Yes, especially the first one. First one makes me sick to my penis. I hate that freaking movie.
I dangled for too long there. That wasn't fun.
But I'm so apathetic to Star Wars that this episode could have featured Yoda riding on a dildo being wielded by R2-D2, and I would have the same reaction.
I'm still jerking off in front of my console. No, Warner Brothers is doomed. They can't take care of themselves. They're a limbless infant on the street begging, help me, please, but no one's going to do it because it's Goblin Baby. So no one wants it. Point is, anybody that picks up that Goblin Baby, it's a diseased baby, and it's going to poison your entire company too because you're also dumb and stupid and you don't know what you're doing. Now, if you were smart, you could put cybernetics on it, create a little monster, run around here, then we have a lot of fun. But they're not that smart to make it even a cybernetic Goblin Baby that could cause destruction. That'd be fun. But here we are.
I love this metaphor.
Here we are.
Cybernetic.
We have nothing
that's
but
what Apple was describing. Drew was describing with Apple. That's cybernetic, baby.
Cybernetic Goblin Baby.
You know the people playing Grand Theft Auto. If there's just going to be a random pride parade that pops up in the city, you know what assholes like me are going to do? I'm going to find the biggest fucking truck that I have, a 4x4, and fucking run through that fucking pride parade and fucking kill everybody. In a video game, YouTube. In a video game.
You are what your daddy is. You are what your daddy is. People don't want to hear
Rachel
it.
Zegler.
Yeah, Polish. Come on.
Yeah.
You are what your daddy is. It is what it is. Like, oh, I'm a Latina. No, your daddy is whiter than white. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. You are what your daddy is. That's the line of succession. I don't make the rules. I don't create genetics. I don't create science. That's how the penis works. Okay? That's just how it works.
Please, sir, can I have some darkies?
Impressive. Most impressive.
let that define it, because there was other stuff that defined all these franchises we love before the likes of Disney or Kurtzman or any other one took them over and, fucked them in the ear. So in the ear, that it hurts. It would hurt.
It doesn't just hurt.
Oh my God.
It would kill you.
God heaven. Not the ear.
I thought you said Star Wars isn't dead.
Well,
you don't like that.
No.
That metaphor makes it true.
No, Disney Star Wars. Don't let them. And that's what you do to Disney Star Wars.
That's what we're doing to Disney Star Wars now. When did this be about us?
I meant the metaphorical we, the royal we, the world.
No, we.
No, we in somebody's ear. Like, what are we doing?
Oh boy.
Game over, man. It's game over.
And I remember I'm lying there and I'm crying hell because I feel it right here and it's got its like pincer jaws and I'm holding it like this, trying to fight it. And I'm going, help me. And my team doesn't hear me. And then someone else actually woke me up because I was actually going, help me. And I woke up and my hands were like this with the pincers trying to get in there. And that was it.
Okay, Adam. I have one question only.
Yes.
Do you have 1987 grade crack at your home?
In those
I'd work
special
with
stores.
Haley Atwell every day.
But
With two hands even.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
And these tool bags wouldn't know quality if it walked up and motorboated them. Because, you're going to motorboat quality.
Wait, what?
Quality boobs. You want to motorboat quality boobs.
There we go. All better now. Man, titties are the greatest things on earth.
Another Sunday. Here we are. Howdy, all. Welcome to the round table where we get up to fun things around here. We share our opinions. We talk about stuff. And once in a while, well, more often than not, we make fools of ourselves because, well, we're here to entertain you. And we never know what we're going to say. That's the fun of it. Anyway, we hope you guys are having a good Saturday afternoon. Let's say hello. Hi, Jed. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. This week is going to be fantastic, Adam. Aren't you looking forward to it? Starfleet Academy is finally ending. This is it. We're at the final yard line. We're going to make it across. And then, of course, I also get to watch Project Hail Mary this week. Saturday Night Drive-In's coming back with The Martian. But there is some depressing news, Adam. I don't know if you heard about it. But because we're not getting Acolyte Season 2... Leslie Headland talked about how she doesn't get the chance to show the dark side of Yoda. Apparently that was a plan for Season 2, is that she was going to help cover up some crimes in Season 2. Full Kiyoramundi situation.
And we predicted that. We predicted that when we covered that. What was that? Was that last year or the year before? I don't remember anymore.
At least last year. But
was Acolyte last year?
She was going to make Yoda a bad guy.
And I said that Yoda was going to be part of the cover-up at that final review. And look at that. She admits it. She was going to.
And you were called crazy, weren't you? It's like, oh, you're just a hater.
I was called a lot of.
We're usually called things when we predict stuff, and we're right more than we're not. And when we're not right, we're usually happy about it, like Avatar 3 failing.
Yeah, but Starfleet Academy's over until it won't be for Season 2, because Season 2 is going to happen. It's just a matter of when and how.
I hope they batch drop it.
No, we must.
Will people care by then? The interest is already waning for this season.
If you have enough people watching your channel, they'll care. So, at least part of your channel shows up to watch it. So that's how it is. Anyway, I'm glad you're looking forward to Project Hail Mary. I was hoping to talk about a little bit of box office, including that, but the numbers is down. And they're the best reference site for box office because, as we were talking about a minute ago, Box Office Mojo is trash, as is like Metacritic and all that kind of crap. They're not very good, so I don't like to use them. So
yeah, we can talk about the headlines for The Bride and Hoppers, but breaking down the numbers in detail.
Yeah, and
The Bride is failing so hard, Adam.
I've heard
the feminist retelling of Frankenstein in the modern day. Yep.
Yeah. Well. Maybe Maggie Gyllenhaal actually believes you're so beautiful.
That girl is ugly.
Yeah, she looks like her brother.
Yes,
she looks like her brother. Anyway, hi Dre, how you doing today?
I'm not doing well. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
This week has not been well, except for one bright spot. Ted Season 2 came out, and I got to binge watch it, and I enjoyed myself.
Is it good? I haven't got around to watching it yet. I love Season 1 in the movies.
Yeah. I enjoyed Ted 2. It's being unapologetically funny. I really do appreciate that. I enjoyed myself. outside of that, this week has been an absolute abomination on the media side. I know we're gonna talk about the Xbox nonsense. We have to discuss that.
We are.
And of course the Lanterns abomination that I couldn't even have the strength to even talk about, of how absurdly horrid that garbage is. It was an insult to everything I stand for.
But they're undercover, Dre.
James Gunn needs to be buried deep in the insane asylum and never be brought out again. That man is unhinged. He needs to go.
We're going to weigh in on that. We're not going to actually watch the trailer because everybody's been getting hit. We're going to drag our way through it. We're going to drag our way through it.
It might have given Dre a stroke if we had.
I did have a stroke.
I listen. I took Thursday and Friday off for both review reasons and real reasons. So I missed the window to react to it, which was good because I don't need any more copyright problems or questionable shit going on my channel.
You're just free.
Yeah. I mean, I did get hit for music for SWOTOR last week twice, but I'm fighting it because it is in-game music. I can't help it. So I am fighting that. But stuff like Warner Brothers, and we also Warner Brothers, they're dicks about trailers. They're one of the remaining companies that are still dicks about trailers. Of course, in this case,
and Sony.
But they don't want everybody to talk about it because it's not good. But we're going to talk about that all aspects of it, including a question of these people who are supporting. Because have you seen the reactions from the stands to this trailer?
There's a lot of coping.
We've got to question their mental stability, what they say, and the things they say. And I have evidence to refute the things they say. Anyway, hi, Dragon Lady. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing fine. Sorry.
Okay.
Good for you, Dragon Lady. I'm glad you're doing fine.
I got a bit confused with the time because I thought, hang on a minute, did the clocks go back an hour or something? I'm thinking, I'm confused. It says 7. I thought it was going to be 9 or something.
Yep, you're right, Dragon Lady. It confuses. We live in the country and we're confused every time. So
I
didn't know it was coming. So I was up at 2 last night getting ready for bed, and suddenly it's 3. It's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, I went to bed at what was 1:30, about to become what was really now 2:30. I went to bed. I just said, yep, you know what? I'll deal with it in the morning because I knew it was coming. So I calculated how much I was sleeping. I got 7 hours, so I'm okay. But yeah, it happened. And well, here it is. And maybe one day it will go away. Maybe one day. But I don't like it, but I try not to sweat about it too much anymore, just because it just doesn't accomplish anything.
You can't change it.
I can't do it as much as I want to. I can't. But anyway, hail and howdy to the chat. How are all of you doing on this fine Sunday afternoon? It's 73 degrees, though. It's lovely.
Yep.
It's lovely outside. I find it's not cold anymore. Maybe my energy bill is going to go down.
Yeah. Good luck.
Well, listen, I can, when I'm by myself here all day, I turn everything off. The heat, air, it's off. Right now, I'm fighting to ratchet back what my energy bill has cost for the past 2-3 months. So going to fight it down. Then at night, that's fine. But during the day, I'll be fine. I can live with it. A little warm, a little cold. I can live with it because I ain't paying almost $300 again right now. It just keeps getting closer and closer. Yeah, it can happen. They burn trash for energy around here. It's retarded. Anyway, howdy to the chat. We're happy to have you here with us. Hail to the mods, Legatus, Algram, and Ruben X. I see you all there doing the good work. Huzzah, son of Joxer. How are you, my friend? Hey, Static. How you doing? Yes, Jed's audio got shifted again. I had to adjust it. It's not you. It's StreamYards. It's not you. It was
StreamYards? Did it make me really loud?
StreamYards made you really loud, and I'm like, okay,
sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's StreamYard. So I fixed it. Chad is like, ow. I'm like, okay, fixing that. You're fine now. I fixed it.
I hate StreamYards. It's always fucking with me.
It does. It fucks with everybody's audio. That's the one thing it does do. And I constantly am. Every time a stream starts, I'm always slightly adjusting everybody's audio on my side so that it's just right. And anybody else, though, watching and not chatting, we're happy to have you with us here. Please enjoy the rest of the show. Sit back, relax, hit the like button. And here we go. All right. We've already kind of teased what we're going over today. We will be talking Lanterns. We will be talking the Lanterns trailer. which dropped early because somebody leaked it. And then James Gunn says, well, it manifested early. Here you go. And I was annoyed because it happened after I'd finished my stream for the day, so I couldn't talk about it. And then I took 2 days off, so I kind of let it blow over. But we're going to talk about that in the cope. As you mentioned, there's a lot of cope of that. But we went over this on Friday. We're going to talk about it again. But there's a lot of just wrong. Ingrained wrong in this. It's fundamentally broken concepts that they don't understand Green Lanterns or power rings at all. They don't. So we're going over that. Extra discussion about stands, this and that. And then other than that, it's a lot of sort of gaming world discussion for the rest of the day because I don't really have much else. Both Jed and Dre were absolutely right. Xbox and Microsoft they admitted it. It's just gonna be a PC as well. They out and out admitted it. You were right. You were right. They said it. So we're gonna talk about that and expand that into at the same time. Sony did announce this week that they are pulling back from releasing games on PC. Now, I have thoughts on that. Because you guys know my stances on exclusivity. I don't really think exclusivity is a good thing anymore. Mm-hmm. But I think Sony has a legitimate reason for it with the way the battlefields have shifted for consoles. And also, and I'll put it out there now, every time they try to release a game on PC, they get massive backlash for it. It's a headache maybe they don't want anymore. I don't know. So we're going to field that in comparison to the Xbox stuff. Maybe we'll talk about Nintendo being a retard with their lawsuits over tariffs and Pokemon and what?
I don't know what they're talking about. These people aren't. Everybody's like mentally unhinged.
It's weird.
Everybody's gone crazy.
It's just
weird.
Weird.
I'm saying this week has been absolutely bizarre. It's been a bizarre week.
Yeah,
crazy talk.
And then I want to round up the discussion because we are now a week into the release of Resident Evil 9. Yeah. Jed has played it. Dre, you didn't play it, did you?
No, I haven't played, but I've heard good things.
I've watched enough people that I know who enjoy it, who are hardcore RE fans. They've loved it, and their criticisms are minor, and it more to the range of we wish they did a little more of this, a little more of that, but no real game-breaking problems or story problems from those who are truly familiar with the story. But we are going to remark on the fact that they released sales numbers almost immediately to show success.
Yeah.
So I want to have that conversation about what it looks like once again when you are confident and have actual numbers to prove your game is winning, as opposed to those who hide their numbers or don't release them at all and claim we have players or this and that. So we're going to have that little discussion. So that's how we're going to roll today. Maybe something else will come up. Maybe the chat will want to hear something. Maybe you guys will find something. Maybe there's something I missed, but we'll go around that. And as I said, we were going to do some box office, but the numbers is under maintenance and we cannot do that. All we'll say is I do not believe what they're telling me on Exothamania that Hoppers is off to a great start. I don't believe that.
I just heard about this film like yesterday.
No, you haven't seen the trailers everywhere?
Yeah, like somebody told me like, oh, there's this movie called Hoppers, has a great soundtrack. And like me, I'm special needs. So I'm like, Hoppers? It's about it's about grasshoppers or crickets?
No, it's about an Asian college girl who puts her brain in a robot beaver so she can go live among the animals, and the animals
to fight for environmentalism. The villain is a guy wanting to build a dam.
I don't know. And then the animals decide they're going to declare war on the humans.
Are we still doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is
Fern
Pixar.
Gully.
This is
Fern
Pixar.
Gully did it 30 years ago. We're good.
But it's a robot beaver this time.
Yeah, with a
and apparently being in a robot beaver means you understand all animal languages.
Oh god!
So
it's
this movie
translating for you.
It's destined for disaster, but a lot of the stands and the ones that are very entwined with the necessary to success of Disney and all its properties, they're saying Hoppers is off to a great start, and all the little kids saw Baby Yoda trailer. It's gonna do great. They translate that, and that's part of the conversation we're gonna have today. They still don't understand that just because something's getting interactions and a lot of views, it doesn't mean it's positive.
Mm.
It doesn't mean it's positive.
Yeah, Parrot Analytics doesn't mean jack shit when it comes to financial viability.
Well, they're also claiming that the views on YouTube for Lanterns means something.
It's the same idea, the views, Parrot Analytics. But to be fair, Hopper's nearly had $100 million its opening weekend.
Really?
That's the highest original animated opening since Coco in 2017. So yeah, it got 88 million opening weekend on a budget of 200. So I still don't think it's going to break even, but it is doing better than I thought. I thought this would be an Elio level disaster because of how retarded it looked.
Well, Elio didn't get a lot of marketing because they knew they had a stinker on it. All right, it says Hopper's budget is 150 million.
150. So, if they got 80, they might get enough money for a sandwich in the end, depending on word of mouth.
Here's what I have. So hang on a second. I will bring this up because we can at least look at the Google AI is at least giving me some numbers. So we might as well look at this. Hold on. Bring it back up here on the Chrome. So here's
I hope this is another box office mojo mistake. They added an extra 0.
Well, here's the thing. I just got 2 different answers. Okay, that's funny. Google AI gave me 2 different answers. I'll show you this one, but on the Firefox one, it noted that the domestic, it's 88 global, Jed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's not 88 domestic.
Mm-hmm.
So it only got 44 million domestic and 44 million global. That's dog shit. That's not good.
It might break even, but that domestic is
I don't know. Dude, it only got 44 million globally. I don't know, man. I mean, internationally. I don't know if its opening pushes. That means let's say it probably got 50 million marketing. So 2.5. This thing needs about 450, 500 to break even, probably.
Well, you don't need to add the 50 and then do 2.5. The 2.5 covers the marketing.
Okay, yeah. So we'll say it needs somewhere between 400 and 500 million to break even. That's my guess. I don't think this thing makes $400 million. I don't think so. If your opening domestic shot is 44 million, that's not
going to fall off.
That's not going to go up. That's not going up at all. It's going to fall off hard.
I haven't heard any real reviews from it. The critics have been praising it. There are critics calling this the funniest Pixar movie ever. That's the tagline they've been running in the marketing.
Wait, so they're saying it's funnier than original Toy Story?
Yes.
That's
literally the tag that they're using in their trailers. Is a critic said it's the funniest Pixar movie.
Yeah, this thing is not.
I see this trailer 4 or 5 times a day for the last few weeks.
I mean,
I can't escape on multiple platforms.
Okay, so there's market. They've been pushing the marketing. I mean, I don't. I have ad blockers up, so I don't see these things, and I don't. Maybe if I watch Tubi like my mom does, I'd see these trailers, but I don't watch Tubi that often anymore. But yeah, this thing, I'm going to say right now, this thing does not break even. I think it's sub 400 million. And this thing's going to have a 30-day, 40-day window. It's going to make probably about 250 total. I think its domestic is going to squeeze out just over 100. And maybe international might squeak just over 200. So it might break 300, but this thing doesn't break even. This thing's a disaster.
And there's no more theaters to put it in.
No,
domestically.
It says 4,000 right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's maxed out. You could only pull in. And Jed, what's the competition this weekend? Anything?
This active weekend, nothing. But Project Hail Mary's coming out. Family friendly.
Family.
Nothing.
I mean, Scream 7's not competition. That's a different market.
Mm-hmm.
It's a completely different market. So I don't think this thing does. I mean, like you said, they want to claim as high as Coco, but what does that matter? When you're since Coco, when your domestic is 44 million for your opening launch and your global is equal to that. We always talk about you need the global to be 3-4 times the domestic for something to get profit nowadays. When you're sorry, not global, international. When your international is as equal to your domestic, It's not a good sign. Wasn't a good sign for anything else we've been watching this year and last year.
Nope.
So this thing's toast. This thing's toast. I wish we'd had the numbers for the exact stuff so we could see what was going on there. But yeah, I'm
breakdowns.
with what we got now. Maybe next week we're week 2. Plus, we're getting Hail Mary numbers next weekend, right?
And yes, we'll get some next week. It's early screening, so next weekend isn't going to be very accurate whatsoever.
Well,
but the week
we'll
after
try
that
to
is
read
the
tea leaves. We'll try to read the tea leaves.
We'll be able to tell because these IMAX screenings, they're one day only. So I think it's Friday. Friday IMAX showings, a few around the country, they're all sold out. I had to get my tickets the day that they became available, and there were 10 seats left in one showing in the one Orlando area. So they got scooped up real quick. So I think there's still going to be a fair amount of money to be made this weekend for it.
Definitely,
There'll be tea leaves.
We'll be able to say, okay, how do we feel about this, and then we'll get. And so, is it only early showings this week? Will it have showings throughout the week, or will its official premiere be the following weekend?
The official premiere will be the following weekend. I think it's just a one-day special for IMAX, but I'm not 100% sure. And there's no IMAX competition for a while. The next one I think is Supergirl, if I remember correctly.
It's July. I mean,
June or July I think is the next competition.
bad.
So it's going to have a lot of time in the IMAX theaters, a lot of times without any competition on its level. Because like you said, with Hoppers, that's family friendly. They're not going to compete all that much. But the Bride's numbers, have you seen those?
I've heard that it's failing miserably.
So the budget for The Bride was $90 million. It pulled in $7 million opening weekend worldwide.
Oof.
Oh no.
I mean, what is there a sudden obsession with doing Frankenstein movies?
I don't know.
There's already been feminist retellings of Frankenstein this decade. There was one 3-4 years ago with the chick from Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. That one was an absolute failure.
Wasn't that Emma Stone movie also sort of a Bride of
Which
Frankenstein?
Emma Stone one?
The one where they put the No, not that one. There was one.
Cruella?
I think it was Emma Stone. No, not Cruella. No. She had her brain a child's brain put in the woman's body, and one of says, "Was that Emma Stone?"
Yeah, that was Emma Stone. I don't know what that movie's called. That's
but it's
disgusting movie.
It's sort of a Frankenstein also ripoff thing too, wasn't it?
Kind of. I could see it. I never saw the film, but I could see it being inspired by Frankenstein.
I'm pretty sure that I read it was Frankenstein-esque on purpose, and of course it was disgusting because it was a child in a woman's body.
That's disgusting. I don't want no part of
Doing
that.
a lot of sex and orgies and graphic shit.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
But
as a people, we have to stop that foolishness.
No.
Static is right that there's a special showing of Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze. I think it's going to make more money than The Bride.
When is that coming out? I'll go see that.
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
I haven't seen that movie in years. I'll go see that. That's all fun.
I like
that's a big part of my childhood.
I enjoy
Ernie Reyes Jr. out here. We take that.
Oh yeah,
I saw it a lot more than the first one.
Really?
Secret of the Ooze. Oh yeah.
Well, the second one got way more comic booky than the first one, or at least a Saturday morning cartoon comic book. The first one was really original Eastman and Laird, original one, and then they kind of added in a bit of that Turtles cartoon flavor to the second.
Yeah, they stopped.
And then the third one, they took psychedelics.
The third one,
Turtles in Time. We don't talk about Turtles in Time.
Woo!
We don't talk about Turtles in Time.
I just rewatched it a few months ago, actually, because my wife didn't believe me that it was real, so I showed it to her.
Rachel didn't think that existed. I mean, there's so many problems with one. They changed the animatronics and the costumes to make them look.
You could tell
demonic.
Yeah,
the Turtles look demonic in that one, and then also it's just dumb.
The time travel doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that whole movie don't make no sense. And they got the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics up in there, and that mess, that joint is terrifying. That's some rough stuff there.
Yeah.
Call your priest because you need an exorcism when you're done with that. That joint is not good.
So I wouldn't be surprised. But we've seen this happen a few times though. These older movies get re-released up against some of the newer movies,
and they make bank.
And people go see the older movies for this limited time. I mean, Revenge of the Sith blew everything out of the water last year when it came out. You want to see that stuff, So hopefully we'll be able to have the numbers work next week. And Jed, you'll be able to give a pseudo review. Whether or not you want to spoil it or not is up to you. Well, once it comes out, I have been told I'm going to be forced to see Project Hail Mary. Not because
I do want to avoid spoilers because this is a movie that I'm very much looking forward to. I love the book. There's not a ton of spoilers that would be, breaking for anyone, mainly just the ending. But yeah, for my live stream reviews and stuff like that, I'm going to keep it very vague.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do a chat, maybe watch his reviews for that. And it's when I say made to do it, it's not because I don't want to see it. I just have no interest. But everybody wants me to be interested, so they.
I think how you react to The Martian this week will really be a litmus test for how you're going to react to Project Hail Mary.
Well, let's remember, I will have to separate my distaste for Matt Damon when watching The Martian. So I'm going to be, when we talk about it next weekend, it's going to be a very objective conversation because I will remove all my distaste for Matt Damon as a human being and an actor out of it because I don't like Matt Damon. Matt Damon. Anyway.
I like the Born Identity movies.
The first one was okay.
What is your problem with?
I just don't like him. It's just I
just
not like
instinctual.
I don't like the way he performs. I don't like him as a person. I think he's a blowhard.
Jeez.
I just don't like.
I mean, he's never going to be a favorite of mine, but I've got zero issues with him. I can at least understand your Tom Hanks hate for when we do Apollo 13. I'll at least ignore that. But Matt Damon,
I just don't like Matt Damon. Like when we did was it
Good Will Hunting?
No. Well, that too. But for the movie we just watched, the Nolan movie, the space
Interstellar.
Interstellar. Yeah. I mean, we talked about it. I said he did fine, but I see him and it's just
he was barely in that one.
I know, but I see him and I'm just instantly I just don't like him. But I could be objective. We've proven I could be objective.
Absolutely.
So
there's a lot of him though. He's alone on Mars for most of this movie for The Martian.
He's the star. He's
and just talking to himself.
So, but I mean, point is, so next weekend, you'll give a partial review for. We'll give you time for a partial review on Project Hail Mary, and then the following weekend, I will probably have seen it by then. As soon as I can get a chat, maybe watch this review set up for it, and we'll find out how I feel about it. And once again, they're not making me to watch something terrible. They're making me to watch it because they want me to enjoy something, and they're hoping I enjoy it. It's one.
I think at least objectively you'll respect the film, but yeah, it's not necessarily your cup of tea. For me, for my channel, what I'm planning on doing right now is this weekend doing a spoiler-free review since it's an early screening, and then putting out a second review the week it actually comes out. That's a spoiler-filled one.
That's fair. That's a good way to do it. That's fine. I see nothing wrong with that. Anyway,
capitalize on my algorithm.
That's enough half-assed movie talk without the numbers to talk about this. Let's move on. You guys want to do gaming or lanterns first? I'll give you a choice. They're both painful.
Let's finish the cancer.
Yeah, man, this is bad, man.
Which one? The cancer is lanterns.
I mean,
lanterns.
Okay.
Yeah, there's at least there's variety in the gaming one. There is some positive in there.
One's colon, the other one's prostate. Pick one. You're going down.
Oh, ouch. Ouch. Okay, so Lantern. So Wednesday, we were told that on Thursday, we'd get the official Lanterns trailer. Since then, we have learned Lanterns is coming out in August. This thing was supposed to be out in February originally. They punted that thing 5 months down the pipeline. They were so afraid of it. So what we got on Wednesday, not Thursday, because the belief is somebody leaked it. Do you guys believe it got leaked? I think it was all
manufactured drama. That's James Gunn's stick.
Yeah, there you go. It was no leak. They said, we're going to give it to you Thursday, but then suddenly pictures appeared, clean pictures appeared of the suit, this and that. And then literally an hour later on James Gunn's X account, it manifested early. Bullshit.
You don't have a finished trailer ready to go for a leak.
So,
a day later.
So James Gunn released it, but we're going to go over here to the YouTubes for it because X videos are shit.
Can I say something about James Gunn real quick while you pull that up?
Always.
I don't know how you guys feel about this. I've been kind of wrestling with this for the last few years the last year since we saw Superman and the lead up to that. But I've decided I don't think James Gunn has talent. I don't think he's a skilled creator because he is very good at one thing. I would call the Guardians perfect for him. That's absolutely the right type of story for him. So he's great in his niche, but to be talented, to be skilled, you need range. That's what we talk about with actors all the time is, oh, that actor, he's really good in this type of role, but he has zero range. And then you come across someone like Robin Williams and you're like, oh shit, he's great at several different. That's when you know that's talent, that's skill. And James Gunn, if he's not making Guardians, he's making crap or being forced to make less crap. Like with the Scooby-Doo movies. I know a lot of people find those movies campy and fun and charming and have nostalgia for them, but I don't think anyone actually argues that they're good movies.
I forget he's involved with those movies every time.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And
there's no fingerprint.
He's always talking about how he wanted to make Velma aggressively, erotically
in the second one
gay.
She was supposed to be gay, and the studio said, no, you can't make her gay.
And yeah, it's a kid's movie. So, like, he doesn't understand his audience. With Guardians, he can balance out that slightly raunchy humor that he really likes, but he's not able to customize anything to the project he's working on. That's why everything in the DCU feels the same. Even if he's not involved, he's involved way too much, and it feels like him. So, I think Batman
pulling the strings on all those
Batman
things.
is going to be horrifying. If we ever get Brave and Bold, at this point, I'm not sure.
Batman.
I don't think they're going to get that far. But if he ever made that movie, it would be one of the worst abominations ever. So I've officially said I'm going to stop making excuses for him because that's what I've been doing. It's like, well, he did used to make good stuff. No, I think he has no talent. I think he can do his one thing very well.
I've gone through his filmography, his resume. He's done over 20 things in the past decade or so, a little over that. And none of them, except the Guardians movies, have made profit. And Guardians 1 and 2 made profit because that's the throes of the MCU. Caught up in the rhythm, caught up in the flow. But you are absolutely right. He's good at one thing. Niche ensemble. That's his shtick. And he does it well.
Raunchy, obvious comedy.
Yeah, he does it well. But we talked about this. Superman. Outside of the Justice League, he is a solo hero.
Because he doesn't need anyone else.
Yeah, and the only time it's Justice League is when it's a true threat that requires all of them to work together that even he cannot handle alone. I.e., let's just say an invasion from Apocalypse. Okay, kind of need everybody on call for a full-on invasion from Apocalypse. Just one little new god coming over, or old god, whatever. Yeah, Superman can handle one of those all on his own. Solo fight against Darkseid, yeah, he could do it by himself. When it's a full-on invasion where you got parademons and the Furies and everything coming down, you need everybody on call. But he's a solo hero. He's Superman. And when you give us Superman 2025 and you turn it into an ensemble movie, you didn't understand the assignment. You did not. And it is safe to say with Lanterns, even though he didn't do it, Damon Lindelof and several others did it. There's your first red flag. Damon Lindelof.
Do you know how much I hate this human being?
About as much as I do?
Do you know that I will slice that man up in tiny pieces and make him into steak and feed him to the wolves? I hate this man. And have the audacity to come out publicly and talk about Lantern's lore is stupid, and to come out publicly and to say that we didn't want to follow any of that.
Right there. It's right there.
I can't stand people that go into a lore heavy character or subject or universe and then say publicly, screw the lore, I'm going to make up some trash. And here's one of the big problems. The big problems with that is that if you made something good, I can then say, look, you didn't follow the lore, but at least you entertained me. You ignore the lore and give me garbage. I can't with these people, man. I can't do this anymore. I just can't do this.
We'll
This
we'll
is
come back to
oh,
Damon and their responses to him. Yeah, so Damon Lindelof is involved in this. Many people are bad, but it still has the stink of James Gunn because
oh,
it's all over it.
yeah.
All
Oh
over
yeah.
it.
He
Go
stinks.
ahead, Jed.
And just a real quick question for both of you. So I know you both love Jon Stewart, and he's a very popular Green Lantern.
Yes,
But
that's fair.
do you guys think it's a good idea, hypothetically separated from James Gunn in this universe and everything like that, leaping to a ensemble with him, Hal Jordan, and Guy Gardner is a good idea? Or are these characters better as individuals before Green Lantern team ups?
Green Lantern team ups are better when it's one human and aliens. You don't really want all the human Green Lanterns together because then you lose their individuality as human Green Lanterns. At least that's how I've always looked at it.
Like for me, I don't really mind because of what the lanterns represent. The lanterns are a core. They are a bunch of space cops.
Teamwork is important.
Yeah. So if you want to have Guy Gardner and Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan together, I wouldn't mind it because of how all these characters work individually and as a group, because they all report to the same boss. They all report to the Guardians. So if you want to say that there's an event in which they all come together and work together, I think that's cool.
As a first entry, though, specifically, like
Build first entry, I think that's a little too heavy-handed. I think if it's a first entry, give me Hal Jordan the way God intended, and then then we can go outside of that. But yeah, when we're first introducing these characters as they're supposed to be doing here, just give me a Hal Jordan. Just give me a Hal Jordan. Like let's keep things simple. But these people are hacks and they make my stomach hurt, and I can feel my IBS flaring up.
It's okay. Grab the Pepto. We're gonna go reading it through this stuff.
And the way that you guys describe Jon Stewart seems fascinating to me because there's a million quippy, charismatic heroes out there. Hal, I'm sure, is fascinating, but he doesn't feel unique. What you guys are saying about Jon makes him feel very much
Stewart
stand
is a
out.
stoic man. He's a stoic man. He is not a quipper. He is not. He's no nonsense.
He's a Marine. Like he's a legit Marine.
Yeah.
And then was chosen by the Guardians to protect the sector after, I think, not Guy Gardner. Jesus, the artist. Dang it, whichever one is the artist. Like he ended up getting reassigned, and they're like, "Hey, we need another Guardian we need another Lantern for this area." And then they chose him because he was a man of honor, dignity, pride. But at the same time, like he was still cool. There's still a coolness factor with him that all the other Lanterns didn't really have. Could it be because he was black? Probably so. But all the same, there was
matter.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't really matter. But it was still an aspect of coolness to what he brought to the Lantern Corps. A different type of creativity to the Kyle Rayner. Thank you so much. Thank you. He brought a completely different flavor, and it was a breath of fresh air because all of the Lanterns are unique. But what they're doing with this nonsense is
all right. So
it's just making me hate this more.
It's offensive.
Let's get into this. We're not going to watch it because Warner Brothers will hit me. We'll just drag it. So essentially, we get Hal, we get Scruffy down at the end of his rope, Hal Jordan.
So ridiculous, man.
He's pathetic, and John's better than him in every way.
Trying to tell a young Jon Stewart that you're not ready till the ring says you're ready.
Almost threw up.
And then he takes off his ring, puts it on the dashboard, and drives a car off the cliff, saying, "You're up, Junior," to see if he can get the ring. Now, Dre, here's the fundamental problem with this. That's not how the power rings work.
There's 800,000 things wrong with this scene alone.
Yeah.
This scene alone. One, the ring chooses you. Not to mention, if the person is still alive, the ring will not choose you.
That's it. A Green Lantern ring, when a lantern dies, it rockets off into the cosmos to find the next person who has the willpower to be a Green Lantern. And Hal Jordan cannot just take his ring off and say, "Here, use this," because
that's not how that works.
It's not how it works.
My God, Adam, you know what I have to do now? Do you know what I have to do now?
What do you have to do?
I now have to give credit to the Green Lantern movie.
Ryan Reynolds.
I now have to give credit to that film. Do you know
a lot of
why?
people are. A lot of people are saying perhaps we judged you too harshly, Ryan
We
Reynolds.
did because we had no choice. Because you know that they followed the rules. They followed the rules. The movie trash, yes, but they followed the rules of how lanterns work. Even at the end, when the whoever Parallax was controlling
fake Parallax,
the dude,
fake Parallax,
yeah, fake Parallax, and then he thought he had control of the ring, but he didn't because Hal tricked him to thinking that he gave him the ring, but he was still controlling it because that's how the ring works.
Now you can lose connection. Now a lantern can lose connection with his or her ring if they take a hit to their willpower, and 100%. Then they have to go through reconnection and they have to find the strength again. But it's still their ring. It hasn't left them. Perfect example: an outstanding two-parter, Justice League, when they're fighting the Mind's Eye guy, voiced by Keith David. That's a fantastic episode. Yes, and John gets his ass kicked. He gets his ass kicked so bad he loses confidence in himself and needs to undergo some boot camp training right then and there. And that's the end of it. But the very end of it, he gets so powerful. He uses the ring to basically tattoo it on the dude's forehead to close his eyes shut. It's so good.
Pytar.
Yeah. That's it. Pytar. Yeah, Keith David in that. Oh man.
Yeah, he's always good.
Keith David's like, oh, here we go. Ass to ass. He didn't say that, but you know. I think of Keith David right now because that's the last time I saw him in something when they made me watch.
But Adam, you make a very good point. That two-parter is exactly the perfect example. Him losing his willpower and losing his ability to make his constructs until he finally, obviously gets his.
Shayera was getting her ass kicked. He's like,
"Oh yes, she was.
Don't touch my lady.
Don't touch my bird lady.
Yeah.
Don't touch my bird lady. I have to kill you." And into the eternal flames with that food. So once again, perfect example. With these idiots who just watch, can they just watch anything and just say, "Hey, let's copy that"? You literally
copy Ryan Reynolds and you get it right.
For God's sake, you know how insane that is.
Exactly. Actually, so this show is fundamentally broken because it shows they don't understand how the rings work. And then there's your problem. And then we get another minute and a half, 2 minutes of basically sass talking. John Stewart's sass talking.
It's ridiculous, man.
Talking back to essentially a senior officer. Jay. That's not how it would work.
That's not how this works, man.
Yeah.
That's not how the military operates. I was in the military.
Oh God! And see, here we go. Yeah. Hal Jordan was in the Air Force. He was in the Air Force.
Test pilot.
Why is John Stewart his subordinate? They're in two different branches of the military. That's if he's still part of the Marine Corps. Let me.
Who knows?
Let me just take a step back.
Neither of them are in service. It looks like.
So I'm going to assume that now they've rewritten the rules of how Green Lanterns work. There's going to be a senior Green Lantern that's 2 days from retirement that is now trying to pass it on to somebody else.
It's training. This is all about training and passing the torch.
This is literally passing the torch. That's what the show is. I think Hal Jordan will die at the end and not be seen again.
So we've got 2 minutes of them not working together, which is also now Hal Jordan's a bit of a rogue at times, but he does still work with the Green Lanterns. John Stewart, he's a team player, always a team player.
Yep.
So, but the disrespect of at one point, John's going, "I'm better than you. I'm this."
That's easy.
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And they're in some town which is going to be, white supremacist land.
Of course,
that is a sea of white people. Dre, does that make you uncomfortable?
This show makes me uncomfortable.
Okay. So they're gonna walk in. There's something wrong with this town. Now, Dermy has a theory that the town is actually controlled by Intergang. That's Dermy's theory because we see at one point a piece of tech being put up against John Stewart's head. So that's just a whole kind of problem.
Well, there is a confirmation about villains. I don't know if you guys saw this. James Gunn talked about why it's called Lanterns. He said Sinestro is in every episode.
No, I think that EVS said that. EVS.
Oh, EVS said that? All right.
EVS
Yeah.
said that. It's full of shit.
Twitter needs to be taken
All right,
very carefully.
Right now, EVS is trolling for money because he's hoping something of his is used in this so he can get some royalties. EVS, who was super critical of James Gunn's Superman, is now lining up with his mouth open for James Gunn because he's hoping there's some royalty money for him and all that. Because people don't know EVS was very.
All right, I'm glad Sinestro is not going to be in every episode. That is a good thing to be fake.
No, that was EVS saying that.
Good.
So
let's just take let's just take Intergang
on Friday. I mean, let me see if I can find the screenshot that Dermy uses as evidence. On Friday, when we were going over this, Dermy said that he thought it was Intergang because at one point Jon Stewart has what looks like a piece of alien tech put up against his head. I can't find it.
Oh, you passed it. It's right around when he falls from the ceiling there. So you keep going right
here. Right here.
It's to the right of that.
I'm moving to.
Oh, when he fell from the ceiling, not the sky jump, skydiving.
Trying. Oh, keep talking. Anyway, Dre, why is Intergang such a bad idea for this?
So, and the problem with this is, look, I like Intergang. I personally, I like Intergang a lot.
That's not a Green Lantern thing, though.
It's not a Green Lantern thing.
Yeah,
at all.
No,
not even remotely close to what Green Lanterns do. And I just have it fun. Here we go. Here we get to the issue. Y'all niggas need to pick what y'all trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a cop show, or is it the Green Lantern show? Is this Waco, or is this actually going to have some interstellar, some type of stuff going on?
The guys who made True Detective are involved in this. That means it's going to be great.
That 1 + 1 = 2, not potato. Just because they got the guys there, that doesn't mean they're in control. We already know who's in control.
Yeah,
it's the cocaine penis envy moron. Look at this filth.
No green.
It's at 146, Adam.
146. Thank you.
It's a quick shot, so you might need to frame it, but yeah, it's just after that.
Keep going, Dre. Keep going. While I
I have a big issue with this. So let's just say this is Intergang. Okay, let's say this is Intergang, and they're using apocalyptic technology to destroy the world, take over, make billions of dollars. What I got to do with the Green Lantern Corps?
Okay, all right. One second. Ariel, it is not my theory. I said it's Dermy's theory. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying.
Even if I doubt that is true. I strongly doubt, and like Dermy has every right to throw stuff at the wall because heck, the creators did. So, like, I don't like the idea of Intergang being the villains because you as in the writers have established that this is not an intergalactic story. You people have said that to me.
He's drooling.
By the way, for whenever this episode is, this is my thumbnable for that episode. Whenever this episode happens, this is my thumbnail right here.
Save that. I just don't. I have so much wrong here. There's so much wrong.
But Dre, you just put the point. You have these are space cops. Green Lanterns are space cops. You have an entire galaxy of villains, random. You don't even need trident villains. You could just come up with random alien encounters.
And I'm fine with that.
And that would work.
Yep.
But no, you're in the middle of nowhere, Midwestern American town that's likely the villain's going to be racism or some other shit like that. Of course,
naturally.
And you have a disrespectful Jon Stewart. You have a down on his luck Hal Jordan who can't even be bothered to surround himself in a green glow when he's going to fly. Not to mention,
this could have been villain of the week, an episode focusing on John, an episode focusing on Hal, and then culminating in a big thing at crossover at the end.
Look,
problem here, this suit. Here's the other problem of this.
Everything about this.
A Green Lantern creates their uniform. From
it manifests.
Which is why Ryan Reynolds' suit looks so terrible. That's the reason they made that decision.
That's the thing, Jed, but they got it right.
That's did.
The problem. Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern is correct. Everything about how the ring functions was absolutely 100% correct. These morons got a dusty brown suit.
Well, that's because he's losing his power. and
This
he's at the end of his line. It's not green anymore.
Adam, that's not what this is. This is a leather jacket that he puts on before he goes and fights racism. I'm done. The suit is manifested from the ring. How is this Jones still sitting here?
Yeah.
Explain.
And at the same time, it manifests with the personality of the Lantern. John Stradess, why don't you wear a mask? I don't need a mask.
The fundamental. Okay, let's say if you don't even like the lore, if you ignore the lore, fine. But there's got to be some basis for you to base this off of. Don't call it Green Lantern. Oh, excuse me, Lantern. Excuse me.
Lantern. Oh, we're gonna get into why.
Don't use that term at all. Don't use it. Call it white cop, black cop. Call it that. Call it that. Call it taking down Waco. That's what they should call it. This ain't
Midwest
Lantern.
Lethal Weapon.
Why not? Why not? Lethal Weapon Midwest. Why the freak not? Because this stuff is an embarrassment.
A complete embarrassment. A complete total embarrassment.
Me, man.
I mean,
Like,
who are you? I'm Hal Jordan.
And then beats the shit out of him.
And the F-bombs. The constant F-bombs.
Yeah, I don't get the use of language. I don't understand.
Yeah.
What's the point of
Deadpool?
Yeah, I don't understand the fact
they went back and saw that Ryan Reynolds was in Green Lantern. It's like, that Green Lantern failed, but then he did Deadpool and that was successful. F-bombs is the reason, probably. Let's try that.
I just don't.
Trying to find. I had it before. I wasn't paying attention to.
Can somebody fire James Gunn? Can anybody?
Don't worry. Paramount will in a year. Paramount's going to fire him in a year and a half.
Please
get the broom out. It's
I'm trying to find. I had it a minute ago. Just to, once again, how they don't get it. Shot of the Lantern battery. Where was?
That's before this.
Oh, can you give me a timestamp? Because I can't. I don't want to run it and risk. I had
You're
it before,
very close.
And I walked away, and I went away from it for another reason. I think I've gone past it. It's somewhere around here. I know it is. Can you give me a timestamp while I say this?
All right, I can try to.
Yeah. So I mean, there's the aesthetic is wrong. The characters are wrong. There's no reason we should be on Earth with these guys. I mean, us also remember Nathan Fillion's in this too. So there are gonna be 3 Green Lanterns in this show. Why are all 3 human Green Lanterns on Earth at the same time? I mean, technically, because Nathan Fillion's there, the James Gunn verse, the DCU, that means he's in charge of the sector right now if he's already stationed on Earth. So why are Hal and John here in the first place?
Good question.
Well, and they don't know about Guy Gardner because he specifically said, Hal says, I'm the only human in the Green Lantern Corps.
And then he spits on the aliens. Dre, how retarded is that to have Hal Jordan pissing on his fellow Green Lanterns like that?
I don't know what's going on, man. Like, this is an abomination. This is an affront to my
141.
heritage.
141, thank you.
This is an affront to my heritage, man. I can't wrap my head around what I'm bearing witness to.
That lantern, Dre, what the hell is that lantern battery?
I don't know what that lantern is, man. It looked like somebody caught some fireflies and was having a good time. I don't know what this is, man.
We were talking about this on Friday. If you are not a lantern or have another ring that can locate where the subspace hole is, you can't get your hands on the lantern battery.
That's correct. Yeah, it's in a space between time and space. It exists outside of regular reality. So that's how you can get access to it from anywhere. And sometimes they have legitimate hiding places, like in their apartment or whatever, where their subspace hole is.
You don't get it, Dre. They're undercover, so everything's okay.
Yeah,
that doesn't justify that you ignore the logisticals of how the universe works.
Oh, and it's a trailer. Promotion material doesn't matter. You can't judge anything on promotion material. You need to not actually watch it.
That's the thing. We are now. Let's start this because before that, woman, I ain't falling for your troll. I ain't falling for your troll. Stop that. Anyway, look, she's got her troll shoes on today. She's got her troll shoes on today. We know damn.
That looks like a regular ass real life lantern, not a space magic lantern.
And I bet they spent at least. I bet they spent overall probably 200-300 million on this series.
I'm sure of it.
They had to.
I'm sure of it. They spent unspeakable amounts of money on this for nothing.
It's not a lantern battery.
Anybody that's watching this is just going to be reviewing it. No fans of Green Lantern are watching this trash.
No fans, but the stands are going to be out in force.
Yeah,
One of our favorites, Moonlight Warrior. Everyone is so obsessed with the suits and visuals and forget that story and characters will always, always come first. I'm so over the moon about lanterns, and I won't be quiet about it.
What story did you like in that trailer, dumbass?
Story to be seen.
This series, and yes, it's a series. This ain't a movie. This is a TV series. We're getting at least 8 or 10 episodes. Considering Peacemaker was 10 episodes, we're probably going to get 10 episodes of this garbage.
Can you imagine?
Hey, I'm looking August. Let's go. Ready for this. But this is their reaction. And I got several of these. I'm going to ask a question most. We got this one. Lanterns is now the #1 trending trailer on YouTube, surpassing Toy Story 5 and even the final season trailer of The Boys. The general audience is hyped. All right.
Oh, A, it's not a movie trailer, and B, those two Toy Story's been out for 2 weeks.
And nobody gives a shit about The Boys season 5.
At all.
Not anymore.
Nobody cares. So, and to go back to here, your #1 trending trailer has only 2.2 million views in 4 days with only 108,000 upvotes. That's not good. That's no interest. Shit, even Mandalorian Grogu had more fucking views than this thing. So there is not interest. They want to pretend there's interest, but there isn't. So this is what's getting the misunderstanding. Just because something might get numbers, it doesn't necessarily mean that's 2.2 million views of positivity.
Yeah, that's not overnight numbers. That's not like what you're going to see when it actually comes out. They don't equate to each other.
Exactly. So this is the false equivalency of social media interaction that they don't understand. They never understand. And now we go farther. People finally are realizing, here it is, where they're talking about the ratio.
Oh, no.
It doesn't matter. At this point, this shows when you have 1.8 million views and only now 2.2 and 108,000, guys, is that seriously good interaction?
It's not good interaction.
It's not.
Even if you wanted to count that, if you're one of these lunatics, you think that means something, especially because it doesn't equal money, because this joint's not gonna make a dime because it's going straight to streaming. But that's neither here nor there.
Different story. Yeah.
This does not equate viewership. This is a teaser trailer for a show that is derivative of a great comic that they have desecrated, for a franchise that's just getting off the ground and is already failing.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about?
And not to mention right here, this particular one, actually, he's another dumb son of a bitch, Stan. After yesterday on Twitter, you'd think there would be a much closer ratio. No, because everybody watched the trailer on Twitter because it was released on Twitter first. They didn't go watch it on YouTube. That's the other thing. The views and all this, no ratio, because everybody watched it on Twitter first.
I have a better question. Here.
Okay.
Why didn't you just give us a legitimate Lantern show?
Well, all right.
Hold on a second.
Because the lore's stupid.
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying. Well, first of all, Damon Lindelof. What? I don't even care how to pronounce your name.
Lindelof.
You're a moron, and you should never have even had this in your hand. James Gunn is a hack, and you should never given it to you. Here's the thing: if I'm James Gunn, once again, I'm thinking like a rational human being, but let's play. If I'm James Gunn, after you made a Superman film, which to all accounts and purposes, the characters looked like the way they're supposed to look. The movie might have been crap, but as far as aesthetics was concerned, the characters looked like the characters.
Best looking Lois Lane I've seen.
100%. Lois Lane looked right. Superman, you could argue against the suit, and everybody has their own, whatever. But it looks like Superman. Metamorpho looked like Metamorpho. We had the Green Lantern look like Green Lantern. Hawk Girl look like Hawk Girl. Mr. Terrific look like Mr. Terrific. These are comic accurate to within parameters costumes and outfits. So you are already established that you're trying to maintain some type of aesthetic that looks like the comics of yesteryear. You then greenlight a show that is a complete antithesis of what you're trying to build. Am I making sense to anyone here? You proceed to greenlight a show that is anti your creative vision.
But Dre, don't you understand? It's not about Green Lanterns because there's so many other Lantern Corps out
Adam,
there.
he has a Green Lantern in his movie that looks like Green Lantern. Am I smoking crack?
Well, no,
I don't understand.
you're not.
As a creative director, you have greenlit a show that is going against your own retarded vision. Why would you do this?
I have no actual answer for that. I don't.
It blows my freaking skull. Like, oh, we're not going to focus on the interstellar and galactic and all the green light show and all that stuff. We're going to do a cop show. Bro, what are we talking about? We just had a movie that literally is about all the high energy, big colors, big bombastic characters. And then you're going to do not that?
Because there's no,
bro.
because Dre, there is no plan. There never has been a plan. And when you get the Lindelof thing, we think it's stupid. It's not that. And then you've heard this spawned from that they're all saying they removed it because if you know the lore, Dre, if we know the lore, there's all different lanterns, and you can't just say green because there's literally all of them, including ones
Those
like
are
white,
different fractions, you idiots.
and also white. That was one of the dumbest things. They have ultra right now. White doesn't make sense because after willpower and blue, which represents hope,
yeah,
every other one of these power rings represent horrible emotions.
Yeah,
horrible traumatic emotions.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Rage, greed, fear, lust.
Yeah, lust.
I don't remember what black represents, but but the point is, having a white which controls all that. These are people by that point. They're people in charge of the lore that don't understand what they're doing. We just want to have the full spectrum of colors. But all this, so they're saying it's called lanterns because there are so many lanterns.
Well, that's not what semi-retarded baby said. He said he don't like the lore. He don't like green.
Well, this is what they're carrying water for Lindelof for doing that. But Dre, I have a perfect example for a Green Lantern show that was called Green Lantern, but showcased the spectrum. And I know you know the show. This beautiful gentleman show.
It was a good show.
This show was fantastic, and it showed off the entire spectrum.
Yeah, the entire spectrum. Yeah, the entire spectrum. And this show is underrated. To be fair,
it was fantastic. I was so sad when they canceled it after season 2.
Yeah,
I was so sad. I wanted more. The search for Aya. The search for Aya.
This show actually got me into the Red Lanterns. This show actually already got me into them and made them really interesting.
Atrocitus. There's a villain, dude.
That's a great name.
That dude is a beast. Atrocitus is nasty.
See, and see what I'm saying, like saying like, oh, it's Lantern. Well, first of all, they're just coping, but all the same, they say that, oh, it's Lanterns because there's so many different colors, whatever. Right? You need a franchise name. Let's stop playing games. Yeah. Like call it Green Lantern. Call it Green Lantern. Like I don't understand.
And this is Hal Jordan. This was a great representation of Hal Jordan. This one,
100%,
fantastic,
100%, and it's a really, really good show. Matter of fact, I might rewatch it once I'm done with DS9. I think I'll go to this,
dude. It's good time.
It hurts my soul and penis when I see foolishness like this. I get I've been on record several times. James Gunn is a hack and needs to go. Period. Full stop. But you gotta be some kind of full-blown, lobotomized, semi-retarded, wolf-eating, milk-chugging moron to sit there and greenlight a show that is anti your vision.
Yeah. Because he doesn't have a vision. Gods and Monsters was never a vision. He never had one. So you got that. And not just to round this stuff out. You got this brilliant. It crazy how loud minority haters are. The teaser was a massive success, and we will deliver us Lanterns greatness. No, it won't. This is all bullshit. And then once again, Mr. Prescott comes back with, it took 4 years, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, and 5 movies to establish the MCU and key characters. The DCU has 3 projects in 15 months. By October this year, it'll be 6. Creature Commandos, Superman, Peacemaker 2, Supergirl, Lanterns, and Clayface, 3 major characters established here. He's trying to make the case that...
That's not a good thing, though.
He's trying to make a case that this is somehow on track to be the start of what the MCU was when the MCU was good. I mean, Jed...
Until Paramount comes in.
Jed, this is a completely disassociative combination of facts, right? To say this kind of shit like that, it doesn't match.
Oh, it's absolutely moronic. This is exactly what Snyder did. Snyder's movies were bad in a different way than James Gunn, but they're still making the same managerial mistakes that his era did. Rushing to things. Batman v Superman being the second movie, a team-up movie being the second movie. Terrible idea. Making Superman an ensemble. Doing all this at once, cramming it too full. The MCU took some time. It let projects breathe. It's like, oh, you liked Iron Man? Well, you might like this next project that we have coming. And they let movies have time between them. So you got used to the world, used to the ideas. You stewed on them a little bit. You got invested in the worlds. That phase 1 era was fantastic. Just with the breadth of types of films you got. You got Iron Man 2, Hulk. But then Thor and Captain America showed you different aspects of this world that didn't contradict Iron Man. And they were spread out over the course of 4 years, just like he's saying here. And then you were excited to see all of these characters come together. It's the same thing with television taking too long. There are ways to balance that out. They don't know how to ride the line anymore. You need to give enough time for things to settle, but not so much time that no one gives a shit. It's one or the other with these people.
And it was one a year. Iron Man, Hulk, Iron Man 2, then Thor, Captain America, then Avengers. This guy's saying 3 major characters in 1 year. That's not a good thing. And
That's
what major
really
characters?
not a good thing.
Creature Commandos gave Dre diarrhea.
Oh my God.
Superman flooded us with too many characters where we don't even know if Superman was the main character. Peacemaker 2, so bad, James Gunn had to cancel it himself.
I'm a little confused. What major characters is this person referencing?
He's talking about in 2026, Supergirl, Jon Stewart, and Clayface, because Hal Jordan doesn't count because he's getting
Clayface
replaced.
doesn't count. Clayface doesn't count. He's a B-level Batman villain. And no Batman.
Do we not know what major characters means anymore?
They're fake fans. They don't understand anything. They all, each one of these people are examples that I use all the time. Some of them are repeats, but some of them are new ones. But these are all people right here who say they're a fan of something, but they have no actual knowledge. I mean, this right here proves this jackass has no fucking knowledge of the Lantern spectrum and what it means to it is about the Green Lanterns, and everything else under that is a subset category involved in Green Lantern adventures.
Exactly.
And so I brought this up, and I'm going to ask this question right now. What makes these people like this to so devoutly defend this and pretend that the reality? I mean, I think at this point, because with Lanterns, we don't have any agenda in this yet. We don't know what we're going to see because we haven't gotten to the show yet. So we can't just say they're projecting their agenda and their personality onto it. There's not enough for projection yet. Why are they so vociferously pushing this thing?
Because they did the previous ones. Once they attach their personality to a franchise, they must defend that franchise.
It's a whole. It's not just Lanterns. It's because of all of DCU. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep, because they've been attached to DCU. They've attached their identity to it. They see themselves in all the autism in the world or whatever it is. So every new product has to be the greatest thing ever, or you invalidate their identity.
Okay, so
Whether or not that's mental health, autism, or sexual, or anything like that. Their identities are corely tied to these franchises that they love.
Well, they love because they're told to love it. And you know what? I like your answer. That makes sense because there's nothing to latch onto with this show yet. They're
going to do the exact same thing with Clayface. Even if there's 0 trailers for Clayface, they will be doing the same thing when it comes out, just because it's part of the DCU.
Okay, so it's basically the splash effect because it's DCU. It's going to wash over. I accept your answer.
Yeah, and I think your answer makes a whole lot of sense from as much sense it can make.
Yeah.
From those folks' perspectives.
Yeah,
because now they're part of the James Gunn cult, and so they have to, defend, even though there's no reason to at this point. But based on the trailer, only thing we can base it off of is the information that we have about what Green Lanterns really are, and this is not what Green Lanterns are. So that for them to come and be like, "Oh my God, you're a bunch of haters, and you taste sweat off the nips of chicken wings," like these people are just, they're just unhinged psychopaths and just saying words. Now, if you can watch it and then enjoy it, look, I'm not going to take anything away from enjoying it. I think you're wrong, but I'm not going to take anything away from you enjoying it. But at the same time, this is not Green Lantern.
No,
at all.
No,
it's not. And
they're not allowed to disagree with anyone. You have to agree.
But I think take the name off of it. Take the name off of the show. Do we talk about it? The answer is no, at all. But we have, but see, this is the thing that the nuance that these people don't understand. The reason why this floats water is because the character of Green Lantern is a mainstay character in American pop culture. Okay, he is, and the fact of the matter is, we're having this discussion about this show only because it has lanterns on it. If you take this exact same show and just call it Boston Public, we ain't talking about it.
Kitty Crane.
We ain't talking about it at all. So these people are disingenuous, and they have to understand that this is not what's being advertised. You're lying to me.
All right. I want to present something to you, Dre. Imagine if they knew what they were doing. Just imagine. Just switch do-rags. Sure. Imagine it's the imagination do-rag. Okay.
I'll play.
Okay. Imagine if they knew what they're doing. Imagine if they came out with a trailer that had everything right in it that was just going to work so perfectly. And it's just scenes of the adventure with actual lantern visuals of that. And the only thing you heard for about a true teaser for 30 seconds was in brightest day, in blackest light, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light. Imagine if that was that. Imagine if, and he just saw images of Hal and John doing Green Lantern shit, full suit, making constructs. Maybe a glimpse of what the villain might be. Just a glimpse to make people, oh shit, is that Sinestro? Was that Atrocitus? Was that a Red Lantern? Was that a Yellow Lantern? What do we got going on here?
Is that Star Sapphire? Anything?
Yeah, anything. Just little glimpses, but maybe a flash of an Owa, something like that. Cool shit like that. While the oath is being said. Imagine then
it would have been generational.
That creates excitement. I mean,
I agree.
I ask two questions now as we leave this. One, concerning what makes excitement for a Green Lantern thing, the oath. The oath gets you pumped. I mean, back to that double episode I mentioned where John has to reconnect. He says the oath to power up in the fight. He says the oath because that drums it up. Ryan Reynolds, when Parallax is crushing him in that movie, he says the oath. And that's the best part of that movie right there. When he says the oath.
It's true.
It's the best part of the movie. The oath. Do you think they're going to say the oath?
Don't do this to me, Adam. Don't.
I'm
do
going
They're going to make fun of it.
Don't do this to me.
It's like, how naive.
They're going to say it. They're going to say it in a way that does not connect with how it is supposed to be said. You ready for this, Adam? I'm putting it on paper right now. This is what they're going to do. There's going to be an oath that's literally going to be something you sign. Literally, they're going to give him a clipboard, and the oath is like, you have to say the oath, and then he's going to say the oath, then sign his name. That's what's going to happen. There's not.
That would have been a James Gunn note if it's.
It's not going to be like an epic moment. It's not him, Jon Stewart grabbing the lantern for the first time and saying the oath, or the whole world crumbling around him. No. Like here you go, sir. Make sure you say the oath and then sign the paper. That's what's going to happen. I'll put my kneecaps.
Or there'll be
that's what's going to happen.
Attached to it when he says it. There'll be no respect. Second thing, we already saw in Superman 2025 they don't understand how constructs work. Do we even see constructs in this show? No.
How Jordan even got a suit? I don't know what we're talking about. This man is flying with no suit. No, you think it's gonna be constructs in Waco? They ain't about to throw no daggone constructs out here. They already got it wrong already. But at least, God, man, look at me. Now I have to give. See, this is what happens when you keep making garbage. I have to look back at more garbage and then give that garbage credit.
Ryan Reynolds did good with the constructs.
God dang it, man! He even made a race car. All this stuff he did. He made
except for the parallax fight when he just made a fist.
Yeah, that was dumb. But that whole movie's terrible. But I have to look back.
He made some good stuff.
Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern was made with at least love for the IP.
I can't argue against it. Everything they did, as far as the beats are concerned, they did it right. What can I say? It's just the execution was horrid, but the beats were there. God dang it, man! God.
So this show in August, and I bet we're going to get another trailer. We got 5 months. We're going to get another trailer. Something else.
He might be with Jesus by then. Good Lord.
So we're going to get more, but this thing's, I don't care what the stands pretend. This thing is doomed. Even people that we know have licked Gunn's asshole. Even they're saying this shit ain't looking good. It's not looking good.
This is embarrassing.
This
is embarrassing.
And it's as bad as we said it was going to be. As bad as it was. So,
how's it worse? Adam, it's worse. It's worse than what we said.
Because we heard the dialogue now. We got dialogue to go with just a minute.
Man.
Well, I'm going to be reviewing this. I'll decide. I'll decide in July if I'll put a panel together for this show. We'll find out. We got time. Got other things to take care of before then. We got Supergirl to take care of before then.
Oh God. I keep forgetting that movie's coming out, man.
Oh, I don't. That's on the calendar. All right.
Just real quick as we wrap it up, there is a counter to the whole green being taken out of Green Lanterns that I want to get your guys' thoughts on, because I wasn't around for this when this happened back in the day.
Okay.
But how was the response to you guys when Arrow came out and they dropped the green?
I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
I was a fan of that show before it, got woke.
I think it was really good at first.
I thought the first 3 seasons of this show was absolutely excellent. And when they dropped the green, first we all had, questions, but then we watched a show of how it's supposed to transition into him becoming Green Arrow.
Mm-hmm. It eventually does happen.
Yeah. They found a way for him to be from Oliver Queen, psychopath, vigilante, murderer, to actually being a hero. Because at no point, I'll say the first 3 seasons, was he a hero? He was just trying to do what he was a straight up vigilante, but he ends up becoming a hero and then dons the Green Lantern name, monocle, and then gets the actual, visor and all that stuff like that. So they did it in a very excellent way. Now, of course, when it debuted, when we heard it, we're like, oh, okay, you dropped it, whatever. But the show was excellent. You see, Jet, I'm glad you brought it up. You see what happens when, and with their lore, they played a lot with the Green Lantern lore. They took a lot from Batman.
Arrow.
Let's just tell the truth. Yeah. Arrow. Sorry,
you said Lantern.
I said Lantern, didn't I? They took a lot from the Arrow lore because Arrow doesn't have a really good rogues gallery outside of Malcolm Merlin, and
they had to borrow from Batman.
They borrowed a lot from Batman.
A lot, like 80% of it was borrowed from Batman. But once again, it's not lore accurate, but they made a good show. So when you make a good show, we can look and be like, okay, they did deviate from the source material, but look how much fun we're having.
Mm-hmm.
That is how you do it right. Good reference, Jed. Well done. Well, that is how you do it right. What they're doing here is an abomination. They should be ashamed of themselves.
So yeah, I just saw Stan's using that as an example of like, oh, you're a hypocrite. You like Arrow, but you hate this. But I wasn't around when Green Arrow first came out. I wasn't watching it, so I didn't know what the reception at the time was. But your counters were exactly what I was thinking. They transition into doing Green Arrow with his character arc, which is great. It's well written, and I think also a really important thing to mention: Green is not as tied to Oliver Queen's character as Green is to the Green Lantern. It's fundamental for the Lanterns.
Literally fundamental.
Like if you change the color to a different color from Green and Lanterns, it's a game over. It's
like
completely different. But with Arrow, if you wore black instead of green,
it's fine.
It's not a ton.
Which he has done on several occasions. Yeah. So it's
not a great comparison that they're making in that sense.
It's not. Now the reason, okay, I'm not going to give them that much credit because I don't think they read the comics. But there's a reason that you can, if you had any type of semblance, because there was a run that ran with Green Lantern and Green Arrow together doing.
They hate each other. They hate each other.
Yeah.
Was it the Greens?
Well, yeah, but it was like Green Lantern / Green Arrow, and it was a run, but it was like they hated each other, but they had a lot of respect for each other. So they try to do like a Superman Batman thing with Green Lantern and Green Arrow, which I enjoy. I thought it was fun because they bounce off of each other and stuff. So it was really, really good stuff. But I strongly doubt those people know anything about that. But all the same.
Yeah, if Tom King didn't write it, it doesn't exist.
Oh,
and that's part of the thing. It's more Tom King. I didn't put them up here because we already had Dre meltdown one time over Tom King. There were a lot of posts saying, how dare you all denigrate Tom King? He does so much great work. He did great work for this. And it's like, stop. Just stop. No.
Tom King owes me money.
Yes.
He owes me money.
Yes. Sorry for the tangent, Adam.
No, it's fine. No, it's related. It's related. And it's a good example. And you need the information. There's nothing wrong with needing the information so that because you weren't there. So it's fine. But so the show will be a disaster. I predict it's gonna be an epic disaster. I think it'll chart for its premiere because it's an HBO show, and HBO shows chart on ratings. It'll chart, but it'll be there, but there'll be a steady decline with its numbers. It'll probably pop in the top 5 is my guess because it's HBO Max. People watch HBO Max. They'll probably have more marketing for it, but then there'll be a steady decline because the DC guntards, they don't have any power to move the needle. Otherwise, Superman would have been a hit. All right, that's enough of you guys. As you guys said, the cancer. Let's just move on to dumbness. So, I do enjoy it when I'm right, and I'm perfectly happy letting everybody know that when you guys are right, because we've talked about for a long time the era of consoles and PC gaming. We've kind of reached a watershed moment where things are going to settle and they're going to be the way they are for a very long time. Who remains standing? PC, whether you like it or not, it has the biggest player base because PCs, everybody's got PCs, love PC gaming. It's just that simple. It's that simple. But as I've said, I don't think consoles are going anywhere. And now that the battlefield of the last generation console war, and I put in quotes because it really wasn't a console war, the dust has settled. And it settled pretty much the way I believed it was going to settle based upon what we watched. 1, Nintendo remained on its isolated island doing its Nintendo shit. Very happily. It has its base. As long as the Pokemon games keep coming out, it's always going to be fine. Mario game here and there, going to be fine. All this first-party stuff. But nobody's going to Nintendo for a third-party game. Is that true? No, nobody's going there.
Oh, God,
PC,
no.
PC and Sony. Going for PC and Sony.
Third-party games on Switch look abysmal. I mean, the Mortal Kombat one was hilarious from a few years ago.
Anyway, so no one's going to those for third parties. For originals, yes. Third parties, no. Yes. Sony, stable. The sales of the PS5 continue to go up despite its horrific launch, which was not entirely Sony's fault, but lay of the land, forced lockdowns, all that kind of crap, supply chains. They did this good, but the PS5 has settled down, and Sony has realized, you know what? Due to upcoming part shortages, we're going to delay the PS6, which is smart. Because, as we said a few weeks ago, Xbox raised the white flag. They raised the white flag when they made Halo, when they gave Halo to Sony, all kinds of things. We have a whole list. And during all those conversations, both of you, gentlemen, said one thing about Xbox. What did you say Xbox was going to become? What did you say Microsoft was going to do?
Go software. Do it Sega style.
Okay. Jed,
You know
what
all
did you
that?
say?
Yeah, what I said, I've actually said this for a couple of years, and I had Autistic Rant screeching at me saying I was an idiot for it. On multiple occasions, actually. I said they would try one last Hail Mary, which would be basically Xbox-branded PCs. That's what I was calling it.
Yeah. And just the other day, Microsoft came out and said Project Helix, their next-gen console, will also play PC games. Jed, what does that tell you?
It's going to have Windows on it, and they specifically said it's going to be you'll be able to install all your PC platforms. It's going to be a PC. You're going to get Epic Games on there. You're going to get Steam on there. It is literally just Windows with probably an Xbox OS, similar to how Steam does it with the Steam Deck, with a primary Steam OS and then a Linux underneath. Same thing, Microsoft on top with Windows underneath, just like they're doing with the ROGs or whatever.
Mhm.
It's a Windows PC.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
it is, with an
100%.
Xbox logo printed on the side.
Yep. That's
Dude,
pretty
that
much it.
autistic screeching at me. It had me
Yeah.
questioning my own decision, but I was like, no, that what makes sense to me. And it turns out I was fucking right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, here's my question.
Okay.
Do you think this is a good idea?
I think it's a last-ditch effort for relevancy.
It's a Hail Mary.
Sure.
I think if they
Before-
went into...
I'm going to say, before they go the way Dre says, where it's just software.
Yeah. Software is their future, and that's where they should go as long as they can manage that money well. Game Pass is not their future. It is not viable.
Absolutely
Just have
not.
old
Never has
games
been.
on Game Pass,
We have gone
and
over
that's
that
fine.
repeatedly.
Yeah.
There's no money in
No
it.
new games on Game Pass, and then you might have something there. But to have maybe as a niche product, certain PCs that literally just are optimized for games a little bit better with the Xbox logo printed on them, I don't think that's bad, just as a niche product. But yeah, launching it as a console, as an actual contender, this is a last-ditch Hail Mary. It's not going to work. But if they relegate it to a niche in future, it's like, hey, do you want us to put the Xbox logo in for nostalgia purposes? There will be people who will do that. There are people dedicated to Xbox, even still.
Xbox
So-
Pros. Xbox Pros. Now,
Xbox
here's-
Pros. So,
here's the thing, though.
as a side product.
I personally would have no interest in this because I also, in my experience, Xboxes as a piece of machinery are made like shit.
Sure.
And I'm not gonna trust an Xbox to be a PC when I couldn't even trust it to be an Xbox. I mean, as many people praised the 360, the Red Ring of Doom was real.
Oh, God, man, that junk tore me apart, man. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I always thought I always thought Xbox was a online only console. That's why I never took any interest in it, because I was like, yeah, I don't really want my consoles to be online all the time.
Well, it wasn't
That's what
originally
put
that.
me
It
off it.
became that. It became that.
It was like, it ended up becoming that over time. No, Dragon Lady, she makes a very good point. Like, the idea behind it was like, oh, it's going to be online all the time, and you always play with your friends, but I don't want to play with these fools. So, no, the idea behind it could have worked, but of course, the execution was horrific. Now, the reason why I asked y'all if I thought this was a good idea is because I like to play devil's advocate when it comes to stuff like this.
It's fine.
If I was Microsoft Xbox and the console wars are over, let's just tell the truth.
Long since over.
And I think that,
it's over.
and I think they understand that too. I think it is a smart play to try to come after the Steam market. Now, this is what I'm saying. Steam, of course, is going to be king. Period. When it comes to PC gaming, I don't think anybody can take a big bite out of that apple. But as Microsoft has been doing the last few years, as we've seen, they've been gobbling up studios left, right, and center, gobbling them joints up. What if they start making all these games, all these studios they gobbled up, Xbox and PC exclusive, and then have and have to make Steam sign a licensing fee with them in order for them to have those games that's under their studio umbrella to be there. They could make a gajillion dollars if they did.
If the games were good.
I'm just saying
hypothetically. We're going to pretend these are quality.
Yeah, I'm saying
Skyrim 6 is coming out tomorrow, and they do this.
Sure, 100%. Yeah, new Skyrim comes out tomorrow, and it's going to be Project Helix / PC exclusive. And Steam can only get their nipples on it if you pay me as an Xbox a hefty fee.
Here's why I don't think that's going to happen, because look at who they just put in charge of this. AI lady.
Yeah, of course.
That's my response.
I think that would be a good idea, Dre. You're thinking like a logical human being. And that's the problem.
In response to that, I mentioned earlier, Sony has now indicated they are going to pull away from releasing their single player games on PC, because let's be honest, every time they've done it, for sometimes of their own fault for the shit they do with the whole make an account here and there, it's been a disaster left and right. People criticize it, people yell at it. The adaptation of the game to PC hasn't worked. There's filled with bugs. The modders have to fix it.
The optimization is pretty terrible.
That's the word. I missed the word. Thank you. I was digging for it. Couldn't get it in time. Optimization's big dog shit. So, and remember a couple weeks ago when we were talking about Xbox indicating they've got only one more generation of consoles in there. Right after Jed, your article, the story you found about Sony saying, we're thinking about this whole streaming, making what was it, patent, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But that was before Xbox started to wave the white flag. And I said, I think Sony's going to change their tune on a lot of stuff now that Xbox is in full retreat. And this
they don't need to play the game anymore.
Exactly.
They've won. So now they can.
Sony's the only big player now because Nintendo doesn't count. They do not count. And I've had pushback to me. Well, Adam, Sony's just going exclusive. You said exclusivity is fine for Nintendo. No, I said it works for Nintendo. I don't think Sony going exclusive is the best idea, but it's a sound strategy because they are now the only game in town. They will be for consoles.
Yep.
And there will always be people who want to get consoles and not get PCs because
there's the convenience aspect of it and price.
Because now prices are about to go through the roof on everything because of the AI parts shortage. It's about to happen. It's going
to cause so many issues.
Yeah.
And with these exclusives, I like the idea behind what PlayStation was doing. There is a financial benefit to having exclusives to a certain point if you can maintain it, like Nintendo does.
Good games.
But
requires good games.
Eventually going to PC to open up that market is a good idea. So I really like how PlayStation's been doing it the last few years of waiting a year and putting their exclusives on Steam after a year. I think that's a good plan if executed correctly. But right now I'm playing Spider-Man 2 for the first time because I it was purchased for me and there's a bet involved. But yeah, I'm playing it right now on PC. It's not optimized very well at all.
No.
It really
plays great
is
on the PlayStation 5. Plays fantastic. I played it and beat it. Now, to your point
it has
about
some
that,
serious issues
with the exclusivity. This exclusivity is just for in-house PlayStation games. Companies like Square Enix will still put all their multitude of games cross-platform. GTA 6 will still be cross-platform, will be PC and will be PS5 first. They have the exclusivity rights for a period of time. But Rockstar says, you ain't gonna keep us from that money. You ain't keep us from that money. We got billions in debt from this game. We have got to make that money.
And see, and once again, perfect. I'm so perfect. GTA 6.
Yeah.
Sony trying to back away from that PC money. Let's just say simplicity for the sake of simplicity. They like, oh yeah, we're not going into the PC. Because now I guess they're aware of Xbox's plan of world domination in that regard. Once again, I'm speaking as a logistical human being.
Yeah.
They're aware of the world domination that Xbox is planning by becoming an Xbox / PC streaming giant. They have a majority of the studios under their umbrella, which they should just knock down, just call Xbox Studios and just get it over with. Now they're like, yo, we cannot have Xbox have our games. And so in order for them to not have our games, we're not going to put it on PC.
Dre, it's all connected.
It is all connected. It's all connected.
Yeah.
Let's just say Rockstar. Rockstar is like, whoa. GTA 6 has cost us gajillions of dollars to make. And I plan on making a googliers amounts of begillions in return for my money. Making this joint strictly PlayStation exclusive, sure, that's great and all. But what about all my PC players that ain't playing Sony on any level, that will not buy a PS5?
Will not.
Yeah, will not buy a PS5 or PS6. What about them? I want my joint on all platforms.
Yeah. Now Rockstar's independent, correct? They're independent.
Yeah, here we go. Let's just say PlayStation doesn't want to play fair.
You think they try to take over Rockstar? You think they try to take them over?
What if Rockstar makes a deal with Microsoft? Okay. To be under their umbrella with the added caveat that they can still make games for PlayStation.
Rockstar would have the leverage to do that, though. They have the leverage.
Exactly.
You need to have you need in order to make a deal like that, you need to have properties that are still in demand. No matter people will bitch and moan about GTA 6 delays of that. 40 million people are going to buy that shit week one.
100%.
40 million people buy. So that Rockstar has all leverage because they know they have it's supply and demand. They have the supply and there will be demand for it.
And then to have Sony come and say, no, we're not going to let you platform your game on other studios. I mean, with outside.
Well, that deal's already done, though. The deal's already with GTA is done.
No, I'm just saying, in just as far as logistics are concerned, I'm just speaking in logistics.
Yeah.
Like let's just say it's down the line. I'm not going to say just for GTA 6. I know that joint's coming out.
You're just using that as an example.
Just as an example.
A launching on point.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about this? Red Dead Redemption 3.
Sure.
Red Dead Redemption. That as an example.
Perfect.
Now Jed could be interested.
Yeah. Red Dead Redemption 3. Now Jed's gonna get one, and then let's just say they do the exact same scenario. Nah, it's only gonna be on PlayStation. Suck my balls. And they're like, oh no. We want.
I would actually get a PlayStation then.
and see, put
everybody's buying their Switch 2 now for Pokemon next year.
See, so now I got my hands are tied. I have to get a Switch 2 now. So my hands are tied. So, but once again, you put yourself in that. You put that in the market, in the sphere. Now, once again, there are the never Sonyers that will never, ever buy a PlayStation. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, Steam ain't getting that bite at Red Redemption 3. Where are you going to be able to play the game at? Project Helix is the answer. Project Helix will be your answer for your PC gaming, for the exclusivity of those studios that Xbox either owns or is now contracted with. And once again, I'm just speaking as a
you make a good example. If we use Red Dead Redemption 3 as the example, not GTA 6, because that deal is done. Sony has that 1 year exclusivity before it goes to PC.
Gotcha. Because that's already done.
That's done. But Red Dead Redemption 3 would be something else that just continue using Rockstar as the example. They would have all the leverage because there is demand for more Red Dead Redemption. So they would say, if Sony would say, listen, we're not going to let you do that. Rockstar says, well, we have all the advantage. We know this game.
I don't think there's any other studio that has that much weight to
at
throw
this point
around
in time,
to make
no,
something like that work.
No,
at this point in time, no. Rockstar's the only one,
and that's why I use Rockstar as an example, because that will be the one.
It's a good example. It's a good
turn
scenario.
the tide. You know what I'm saying? And once again, I'm thinking as a logistical person of how I can make the Project Helix successful. That's all I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of how to make this actually successful. Because this is happening
the Xbox Helix. Xbox Helix.
Whatever.
Xbox Helix.
Whatever name they want to throw into the air. I'm pretty sure that name is going to be changed to, this is now Xbox 1.1. Like nah, just kill yourselves already. And I'm just like, this is the only way that this can actually work logistically. Logistically speaking, if I've already bought up all these studios, which they have, this is a way to actually make this possible.
Nothing with them. That's the thing.
But that's what I'm saying, Adam. They might not have to. If you use this the right way and saying that I now, because I own these studios, I now have exclusive rights to only have them on my platform / PC streaming.
Well, that's what everybody thought they were going to do, but they didn't.
They put everything on PlayStation
because they're dumb. That's
there it is.
Because they're dumb.
I mean, I feel like it's already played out. They had their chance to make exclusive everything Bethesda, this and that, and Activision and Blizzard, but they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't. They made terrible mistakes. They're all retarded. Period.
Yeah, they made terrible games.
But if I'm going to launch a console, and which once again I still say this should not be happening. But if you're going to launch a console and now you're saying that this is going to be streaming both Xbox exclusives and PC exclusive games, this is your opportunity to turn the tide. If there ever was one, this is it. This is how you can use all those studios that you own and or stole to your advantage in order to turn the tide to make Sony shiver in their boots a bit. Because now
Sony's not
the studios that are contracted with Sony, to be specific.
Yeah.
The studios that are contracted with Sony. Like whoever, doesn't matter. Rockstar, whoever. Make them shaking their boots a bit, like, hey, maybe I will want to do business with Xbox because Sony's not going to play ball with me. It gives you an opportunity.
The problem is the AI lady, you ask her, hey, do you want to do a deal with Rockstar? And she goes, who?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
and here's the other thing, too. As
true.
we said, for Sony's end of this, we're just talking about all their studios that they gobbled up under their umbrella. So Rockstar, as I said, Rockstar, Square Enix, and all these other still independent Capcom, who, as we're going to talk about, Capcom has now regained some of their glory, some of their sparkle, some of their shine. They're still going to go cross-platform and everything. So I think, well, again, I don't agree with exclusivity. I think put the games everywhere and let people play where they play them because you're just going to make more money in the end. But for Sony, I understand the strategy now with the way the landscape has now changed in the past few weeks. I understand it. And here's to my point, though, why I think exclusivity should be a thing of the past. Because what is success of a game? Easy way to say it, how much money you made.
100% money.
How much money it made. And
profit.
Profit. Or copy sold equals right now. At least copy sold, because we never know what their profit is unless we get a transcript of a shareholders call meeting. But the best way to do it is to know they tell us copies, and then because we know how much the game costs between base game and deluxe game, dishes, all kind of stuff, we can estimate how much is made. So when a company comes out, and I mentioned them, Capcom, when Capcom comes out less than a week, it was a week on Friday, and tell us that 5 million copies of RE9 have sold in less than a week with nothing but, I would say, 98% praise for this game, unless you're DSP and you're an idiot.
There are story issues with the game. I have to say the ending I think is horrible crap, but gameplay wise, nostalgia wise,
that's your subjectivity. That's your subjectivity part of it, though, right?
I mean, the ending doesn't make sense. I mean, like it plot holes.
Well, I can't speak to it because I haven't played any RE games, so I don't know if everything lines up right. So I'm not going to even really question you further on that because I can't have that.
But a thing to know about this 5 million sales sold as well. The budget is between $40 and $60 million.
Wow, looks like Capcom managed to keep it under control.
They're really good at that. Apparently, this is the second most expensive game they've ever made. The most expensive was only $65 million. So I think they're already in profit.
Oh, they're definitely in profit.
And
this was a report. Yeah, I mean, this was a report at least 4 days ago, and that was probably numbers that they had gathered prior to the release of the report. So the sales have probably only gone up because there's only been positivity about this game. Great word of mouth. Yeah. People are replaying it. They're doing it over and over again. They're doing kind of stuff. So this is success.
They gave the fans what they wanted in spades.
I've heard that.
I've only recently become a Resident Evil fan, but I played all 3 of the remakes. I played 7 and 8, and this one just was brimming with the DNA of the franchise. Like you could tell in every single moment, I'm playing a fucking Resident Evil game. There's no questions, if, ands, or buts. And the scale of it, the epicness, it's a fun game to play. And that balance between the two different play styles works. I think it works very, very well.
And the longtime fans got their Leon fix.
Yeah, and their Leon fix was really good. Especially in the last part of the game, you play as Leon a lot, and it's really good. There's some nostalgia that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense in any way, shape, or form, but I still enjoyed it. I was willing to forgive that there's no reason they should be here in any way, shape, or form, but I want to see the police station from 2. Fuck it.
And
it doesn't make sense why they're there. They literally just like, we're going to land our helicopter here next to a police station. Why?
I've heard that explained. It's just, and we're giving nostalgia baiting, and you know what?
It's literally all it was.
Give it to the fan base. The fan base wanted it. Give your fan. So, bottom line of this right now: 5 million copies sold. When something's successful, you put it out there. 100%. How many times in the past year, with a lot of certain companies and certain games, Sony included, to go back to our last discussion, these games come out: Ghost of Yotei, Outlaws, Assassin's Creed Shadows, a number of other things. They never released their numbers, but their army of stands would rush out and say, it's successful. We looked at this store in this region and the amount of people that went there, some crazy dumbass shit like that. If something's successful, you know it right away. You don't have to wait for a Sony shareholders call nearly 8 months later to find out that in the first months, Ghost of Yotei made sold 3 million copies. But since then, we've heard nothing.
And this is 5 million in a week.
In a week
for Resident Evil. It's very successful, well received.
And
they set up a sequel.
And a $40 million budget.
See, you don't need $200 million to make a game.
Ubisoft, we're looking at you.
Or Concord, how much was that?
Oh,
Lord. So, and we don't need, and yes, people can use Steam charts for all that kind of stuff, but Capcom came out and said, yeah, that 5 million, that's split between PC and console. So we go back to previous conversation. Consoles still matter.
Oh, 100%.
Consoles still matter.
They're still relevant. Well, PlayStation, yeah.
Yeah, so people have bought this game across the board, and they're going to buy it. And this thing, I would say this thing probably is having a lifetime of somewhere between 15 and 20 million copies sold.
Probably so. I think that's
easily.
And so my point of bringing this up is, you don't have to lie. You don't have to pretend. You don't need to stay an army. When something is successful, you know it right away, and a company doesn't hide it. Sony would, if Ghost of Yotei had been a success, Sony would have posted those numbers that first week, but it wasn't.
Because you want positive press.
Ubisoft would not have used fake metrics like players or interactions, like that. No, you come out with Expedition 33. Yeah, we sold 3 million copies. You know. On our $15 million budget. So, I mean, they come out there and they tell you. So, once and for all, the next time one of these manufactured games comes out that has fake hype for it, like Ghost of Yotei, with all the stands pretending it's great before it even comes out, when they don't release numbers right away, once and for all, you have no argument. You have no leg to stand on. Your game is dog shit garbage. And it will not be held on time. And I guarantee, just for the Yotei example, its lifetime sales will not reach the 15 million lifetime sales that Tsushima did. It will not.
I strongly doubt that as well.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah. So I just wanted to bring this up and get your feel for it. Just that, they can't make these arguments anymore. They can't.
And what's great about Capcom and all this, besides just giving gamers what they want, they knew early on what gamers wanted, because the initial plan for RE9 was to make a life service game. The director came out and talked about this. There was pressure in the studio. That's what's popular in the gaming studio sphere, not the gamer sphere, the studio sphere. Because every studio wants to make a life service game. And that's all they're talking about is how can we turn this into a life service game? And then the game fails and the studio closes. It happens so many times. It feels like every other week we hear of a studio closing because they tried a life service game. But the director said, hey, I didn't think the fans of RE would want that. They want a traditional Resident Evil experience. So I made sure that that's what we were doing.
And now the franchise will continue.
Because they listen to gamers, not studio trends. Studio trends and media trends, outlet trends, they're moronic. Listen to the gamer trends.
Yes. Listen to your customer.
Mm.
Give your customer what they want. And guess what? They'll be your biggest cheerleader. I have heard the hardcore RE fans do nothing but cheerlead this game for the past week now. And I'm glad for them. I always said I have no interest in this. RE is not a franchise I plan on playing. I'm not into horror games, the suspense games, this kind of stuff. But I hope you get a good game, and you got your good game. Everybody's having a great time, and you'll get whatever you get. You'll get RE10. I hear the rumors are they're going to remake 1 again.
They need to. They really need to.
Yeah. So they're going to do the right thing. And Capcom's had a lot of problems over the years. They bent the knee a lot. They made a lot of shit choices, a lot of shit games.
Well, 5 and 6 are universally rejected.
But in the end, when you need to make money, you're gonna tighten shit up and you're gonna get it right, because Capcom, like everybody else, they were in trouble the past few years, and here they are. They just saved themselves, and good on them for reading the room. Just like Square Enix read the room and made changes and are trying to do better and have seen success. Right now, the past few games from Square Enix, nothing but praise. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, everybody's enjoying the hell out of that game. And everybody's looking forward to what comes next. So this is the positive end. And you don't need to pretend. If something is good, you don't need to pretend. And I'm looking forward to the rest of this year, because right now, past couple of days, I've been thinking about what's up next on gaming. Because right now, for me and Jed, we're playing a couple different things each. Some things the same. The surprise of the SWTOR streams, I'm very surprised at the numbers I'm getting. People wanting to watch a decade-plus old MMO. That
they'll get us to Crimson Desert.
Yeah, and then there's Crimson Desert in 8 days. Crimson Desert
soon?
8 days. 8 days. Next weekend.
Jed, get that wallet ready.
Oh,
I can't. I'm moving next week.
Moving next weekend.
So I'm not doing Crimson Desert on time.
See, now I will be doing it. The 19th. The 19th is 2 weeks. Sorry, 2 weeks. Not next weekend. Next weekend's the 14th. Sorry. It's a week from Thursday. My bad.
It comes at
a week from
MegaCon.
Thursday. Yeah, it comes out a week from Thursday. Yeah, because I'm trying to wait a minute. I ain't doing this weekend. My own mind is I have my own problem for my Crimson Desert play launches, because that Saturday on the 21st I go do my taxes because I have to shift my day. So I have a little bit of off then too. But no, so that Crimson Desert in 11 days. Sorry, I can't do math. 8 days. That's 16. I can't do math. I'm a writer, not a mathematician. And I'm not Asian. Yeah, I said it. Anyway, so 11 days, Crimson Desert. Then later this year, I showed it to Dermy. Dermy showed it on Ballbusters. In July, Echoes of Aincrad, a very cool looking single player RPG based on Sword Art Online. Looks very fun and engaging. I'm excited. That problem is for me on that one, the physical editions, the deluxe edition, it seems to be only digital. And I want the deluxe edition. I don't want the super deluxe edition. So I might have to get it digital, not physical, but you know how I feel about that. But there's that. We got possibly some good stuff with Feeble in September, October, whenever that comes out. So there's still a lot of games coming out. And of course, the mythical launch of GTA 6 for a lot of people. So there's a lot to look forward to. And a lot of these games, I predict, will release their sales number. They'll release their sales numbers when they have success. There's going to be no need to hide it because there's genuine excitement for a lot of these games, not manufactured excitement. So we got. I'm with a lot of people saying there's a bit of a renaissance coming right now for gaming this year. A lot of fun stuff, and I'm looking forward to it. I release each quarter of the year. Looks like I've got at least one game I'm going to lock onto and stream. And then we still don't have a release date for Tides of Annihilation. We still don't have a release date for that. That looks like it's going to be a great fun game. So a lot of good stuff, and I'm looking forward to it. And it's fun to be excited about your games again. I'm happy.
Yeah, That's nice.
It's great.
This is the first time I've been excited about a new year in a long time. And it's not just one sphere or the other. I have a full Steam list of about 25 games coming up this year from indies and AAA. Like Resident Evil, I'm very much satisfied with it. It's probably my favorite Resident Evil, or very close to it. And there are other ones that I'm looking forward to. The James Bond one I'm going to play out of obligation, not expecting that to be great, but who knows? That one might surprise. And then, yeah, my indies list is long. It's going to be a great year for games, I think. I'm hoping for another Expedition 33 story. Just something that comes out of nowhere, surprises everyone, and is just really good. Maybe not to that height, but there are still surprises, I think. Stuff that people aren't really looking out for yet.
This is why I ignore you, Ariel. This is why I ignore you. Because you're a silly woman.
Oh,
anyways, and listen, if they do this and this, they need to remake the original games first. They need to remake Xenogears 1, 2, and 3, and then they need to actually do the proper moves to get to Xenosaga. They need to remake Xenosaga 1, 2, and 3, then properly do Xenogears, then move on to the rest of that franchise. That franchise needs a complete overhaul and remake. And Legend of Dragon, I'm never a fan of Legend of Dragons. I give two silly shits about that. Anyway, we're done. Game over. Right on time, too. Look at that.
Yeah, look at
Let's
us.
go around the horn, say our farewells, and go on with our days. Jed, besides Hail Mary, what you got?
Well, this week is actually going to be very busy, so you can all find me at Endless Frontiers on YouTube. I'm going to be going live in about half an hour here to play some more Spider-Man 2. And who knows if we get the gang together, maybe some SWO late in the night. We'll see how that all turns out. I know you have Wormhole Watch, so
yeah.
Adam, so
if I go on,
very
I'm
much
just going to play and not stream if I'm doing dailies or something like that. So.
And then tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, the Rider Flight podcast returns, of course, with the Chat Choose Your Own Adventure segment. And for the news, we have a new startup that's trying to put in massive reflective satellites in orbit to target sunlight onto your house at night to charge your solar panels.
You could burn my house down.
These reflections are a kilometer wide. They're going to light up whole neighborhoods.
That's a laser beam.
That is a laser
Basically, it's horrifying.
That's
and it's so bad that it will disrupt all observatories. So light pollution will be on a point never seen before. We won't have a night sky anymore.
No!
And they've got, right now, the FCC is going to give them permission, but they're having this little period where they're asking for the public's take on it. Or not the FCC, whoever's the government agency in charge of this. But
okay.
Tentatively, it's going to get approved.
I don't want this.
Tentatively, this startup is going to get a chance to do this. But satellite, so we're going to be talking about that a lot tomorrow. And tomorrow is actually the last day you can put in the complaints about it. So I might try to do that because this is fucking insane what they're going to be doing.
That's ridiculous.
So I'm going to cover that tomorrow, probably game a little bit after. And my review for Starfleet Academy will, of course, be up on Thursday. The finale is here. And then at some point, I got to get my Project Hail Mary review out before Where No Man Wants to Go reviews this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And are we following that up with Saturday Night Drive-In or?
We have to talk about that because my haircut got shifted to next Saturday. So I need to, if I can get everything done, if we get haircut done early, we could probably get Drive-In in before No Man's.
So, or we could do it after No Man's.
We could do it after. I'll be starving, but we can do it after.
we'll figure it out. At some point, we're going to do Saturday Night Drive-In where we're going to talk about The Martian, kind of coinciding with the Project Hail Mary release. So busy week for me.
Yeah. Mr. Dre.
So this week, I have another great interview with a great indie comics creator this Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Brutal Playing Comics YouTube channel. Definitely check it out. It was a really, really fun interview. Definitely check those out. And all the other interviews I have on there, I've been doing a lot of those lately. Hooray for me. So that's tremendous. Check out the Brutal Play Comics YouTube channel. Of course, check out my website, bpcomics.io, where I do all my comic book work, all of my voice work, all the other great stuff. And follow me on X Twitter at DeBrute00.
Dre, no Pokapia streams?
I will not be participating in that wrongdoing on any level. No, sir. No, sir. I mean, I may hate myself.
With the exception of Dermy, who I've bullied into that, all the other Pokemon guys I know are like, I ain't touching that shit. Not on stream.
I don't want no part of that foolishness. I love Jesus. I can't have that happening.
You don't want to be a Ditto masquerading as a human, enslaving Pokemon to work their farms?
That's a little too much for old Dreezy. That I'm like, ooh, I gotta take a step
that game's
back.
a trip, dude. That game's a trip.
But I bet.
But it's got its market. The Animal Crossing market is all over that
does.
shit. They're all over that.
The freaky deekies are really into it. I'm sure they are.
They want to make their little Pokemon enslaving islands in post-apocalyptic Pokemon world where the humans are all dead.
Yeah, and a Ditto
they are
still can't change his face. Nightmare fuel.
Okay, Dragon Lady.
Well, I definitely won't be playing Poketopia because I don't have a Switch too, so I won't be playing that. Unfortunately, anytime soon. Sorry about that. Bit of cough there. Yeah, I will be playing some Sims, and that's just about it, really.
Okay. As for me, as with every Sunday, a little later tonight, I'll be recording Wormhole Watch with Brad, Hitman, and Fractured, and that'll be up on Brad's channel, Duke Double 95, on Wednesday night. We are more than halfway through season 3 of DS9, so got through a few rough episodes, but some good stuff is on the way. I may, if I have time before the stream, or maybe even during it too, I might be playing some SWOTOR. I might not be streaming it, but if Jed's going, I might be in there running around doing stuff, just hanging out, because I didn't get to play yesterday, and it made me sad. Monday through Friday, Daily Dive, Double D's, 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll be doing through all that stuff. Thursday, we take a break from that for Starfleet Academy. We will be doing more gaming streams throughout the week, probably SWOTOR, because we're just kind of filling time until Crimson Desert in 2 weeks. And, of course, as Jed said, we've got the return of Saturday Night Drive-In next weekend, back to the live, because you guys didn't like the recorded version. It was an experiment due to the whole moving around with a panel show. It's the only time Jed and I can ever agree. We're okay pushing around Drive-In in his time slot because it's just me and him for our for the group discussion panel shows. But you guys didn't like the recorded session, so we're going back to live, and we'll be back with The Martian this weekend. I will watch it at some point this week. I've never actually seen it, so it'll be a first time watch. Then, of course, we will have No Man's Reviews, 6 p.m. Eastern on my channel, Jed's channel. And then, of course, we'll be back here next Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern, with the round table for whatever this week holds. I have no idea at this point, but the internet usually does provide. So thank you, one and all, for joining us. If you haven't watched any of our reviews, anything we have been doing, go watch them. Go check them out. Hit those like buttons. Subscribe to the channels. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, take it easy, everybody.